Good evening and welcome back to Delhi. Today was our last day in Delhi, as you saw in our previous video. And we're now heading back to the station in what's a very, very local form of transportation, a rickshaw. This guy is bicycling us, including our luggage, to the train station.
Luckily, I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's his job. I mean,
he's carrying a heavy load.
Luckily for him, it's not that far. It's only like 1.5 kilometers.
Yeah.
Today we are traveling all the way to Varanasi. We're traveling in first class train, AC1 train, first class super train. It's like one of the most fancy trains you can have here in India, except for like some specialty luxury tourist trains, of course.
India is pretty well known for its trains. It's a big, big country, and train is a very popular means of transportation here. It's our first Indian train. And speed bump on this little bike. The man, the legend, our driver.
Yeah, 2 people plus our luggage.
And we're not exactly lightweight.
Nope. Thank you. It's okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I gave the guy a pretty good tip. In the end, he had to go a little bit uphill, but he had to like pull us instead of use his feet because I think we're too heavy. Kind of felt bad. We arrived at the little train station.
Which seems to be very flashy.
Yeah, it's very flashy. It like seems very modern, even though this is not like the modern part of Delhi. People are really exceptionally friendly. Like 2 people came to us, asked us where we needed to go, if we had tickets already, told us which platform it is. We're just looking for our platform. Our train is 12562. It should be 13 or 14. I think it says here platform 13, so should be here. Let's go and have a look.
That's crazy. It's the busiest train station I have ever been to in my life. This is just one platform.
Look how many people there are.
Do they all have to squeeze onto our train?
There's 12568, so 562. That's our train, so.
All of these people are going to Varanasi as well.
Holy cow, there are many, many people. Oh, I've never seen so many people in train station before. Even not in China. Crazy.
I think we do stick out like a sore thumb here.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody's looking at us. 15 more minutes and the train should be here, so we came on time. That's pretty good. I was just quickly looking at which coupes we're in, and I just saw on the ticket that my ticket has like status confirmed, but Kim's ticket is something like some kind of waiting list. I don't know. I just saw this now. When I was booking, there were a lot of like trains that was like waiting list confirmation, but I specifically searched for one which said fully available, and I booked that one. But now, I don't know, it seems that was not the case or something, so it's very confusing. So I hope we'll be able to get to the train.
We also already paid for the full price, so it's a little weird.
We have to be all the way on the other side, so we're gonna already walk there to be sure, and then let's find out if we can get on this train, or both of us can get on this train.
You can. Isn't this convenient?
It is.
What in the world? Look at this! People are just climbing onto the train and it hasn't even come to a halt yet. Actually, it's not stopping. It doesn't seem like it's stopping at all.
What the fuck is going on? Where are we supposed to get on?
Is this our train?
I don't understand anything.
I think we should hurry.
Yeah, but I don't know where it is.
We're not sure if I can get on the train. People are just jumping on the train while it's still going, and we're not sure where our compartment is either. So far, most confusing train experience I've ever had.
No idea where we need to be.
This is all second class.
Yeah, maybe walk that way again. I looked it up, like which place we were. It was in the front of the train. Like it's like a nice little map. We walked to the front of the train. It's really not there. We asked, and it's on the other side of the train. I don't know.
It's absolute mayhem here. I've never ever seen anything like this, like ever.
Take your two first cabin.
Okay. I have one waiting list.
Give direction. No?
Yes, yes.
Wait करिए.
This place?
अभी नहीं. बैठो आप. हाँ ये फर्स्ट केबिन बैठाओ मैं देखता हूँ. बैठो.
It's okay?
हाँ बैठो.
Okay.
Thank you.
कल 2:30 बजे.
Yeah?
कम
Okay.
यहाँ पे खड़े हो जाइए स्टैंड अप
Here? Should we wait here? There doesn't seem to be a cabin on this side of the train that has our name on it, so it brought me back out in the hallway. I am sweating buckets. Like, it's so warm on the platform. Carrying all my stuff and starting to run, and people started getting all upset when the train arrived. Like, pure mayhem. Oh my goodness, this is next level stuff. I've never seen anything like this. One seat?
वन सीट टू पीपल
One seat, two people. Yeah, okay.
कहाँ तक जाना है वाराणसी
One seat top bunk. We paid for two.
I'll see if we can get a refund. At least the good news is that we're getting there.
You're gonna have to make some room up there for me because currently,
Sorry, lady, this is my bed. You don't have a bed.
yeah, apparently I don't. There isn't even room to put my backpack because everything underneath these seats is packed. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Step number 1: remove giant shoes.
Take a little bit of room for this poor girl that has been stranded.
We're on the train.
Sleeping on lower berth, C cabin.
Ah, there's one bird.
No,
Until 6
Right.
6 o'clock.
but 6 o'clock.
Okay, okay.
ठीक है. And sleeping.
And which one is it?
आइए.
One of the berths has become available until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, so in the other room. So at least we can sleep
Oh yeah, baby.
each on our own bed until 6 at least. It's really good news. Things are working out.
Yeah. How do you want to? Who's gonna go in the other one?
I'll go. Like, there's 3 other guys.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It's fine.
Oh yeah. But you're welcome to stay here with me.
Only
until-
if you make my bed.
Oh, I was gonna say, how the hell is this door open? But it was here. There is some clean. Relatively clean now. There's some clean in here. This looks really white and actually pretty clean. So that's good. So we are back on my berth in my cabin. Just had a little bit of rest. It's a little bit comfier in here. It's a little bit more light in my cabin as well than in Naïs, I think.
This is AC first class. AC means it's air conditioned, and it's AC1 is first class. This is the highest ticket you can book on this train. I think on any train. Yeah, we're on the upper berth. We have 3 other people in our little coupe. There's an Indian couple right over there. Yeah, that's about it. There's a door that slides, so it's closed off the compartment. There's even some nice little curtains to make it a little bit dark.
So these are the stairs. That's how we get up into the top bunks. I do have to say, this room is quite spacious and it's bigger than most 4-bed compartments that we've been in. It's also pretty clean. Look at it. Looks good, right? Shiny, clean. Anyway, I think our fellow passengers are about to go to sleep and we're probably gonna have to turn out the light at some point. It's a tight squeeze.
I'll see you in the morning. Hello.
It's 2:30 a.m. and something rather disgusting just happened. The guy opposite from me on the top berth on the other side, who's here with his wife, I noticed he was sitting up on his bed, half sitting up and like looking at me and staring at me in a weird way. He started talking to me, but he doesn't speak any English. My hand is shaking. I can barely hold the camera still. That's how pissed I am. I noticed him shifting and him fumbling. I don't really know what he was doing. And at some point I looked at him and he was lying on his side facing me and his hand was under the cover covering his crotch, and I could see him clearly making a movement which indicated. And he was looking at me with like this horrible face, and initially I was like, "Ah, this is not possible that I'm seeing this. I mean, this can't be happening. The man's here with his wife, he's on the berth below him. I can't be seeing this, right?" But then I looked properly and I'm sure that's what he was doing. And it just pisses me off. Like, you would not believe how pissed I am right now. And I was like, dude, what the get your hand away, stop that. And he was like, huh? And this was like, huh? But he immediately got his hand out of his pants, and then he turned around. So he's now, his back is facing me, his face is facing the wall. I can't sleep. I'm not upset. I'm pissed. Because I probably didn't confront that asshole the way I should have. I wasn't as tough on him as I should have. It's currently 3:24 a.m. and I'm thinking that if I let this slide now, stopping my protest as soon as he turns around, I'm not gonna, don't get me wrong, I don't think I can change this, but he's just gonna do it again to the next girl, you know? So I think I should probably confront him openly. My initial reaction was to go over to Nate's cabin right away, wake him up right away and be like, dude. But then I thought to myself, well, it's 2:30 a.m. In that case, we both can't sleep, so that won't do anyone any good, and I handled it. I mean, right now you're the only person I can talk to. It's the only way I could vent, because I felt like while I was in there, just browsing on my phone and researching some stuff about Varanasi and whatever, I was just getting more and more worked up because I kept thinking about it.
I just woke up about an hour ago at 6:20. Like, this army guy was standing next to me, waking me up. Like, "Is this your bed?" I was like, "No." "Get out." Okay. Anyway, I woke up, went to Kim, went to see her. Then she told me the news about what happened last night. I was pretty upset about it. It sucks. Like, things like this shouldn't happen. And yeah, India has a little bit of a bad name for that. We really kicked up a fuss. We both started screaming at them. Like, a whole bunch of people showed up at their coupe, like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And they removed him to another coupe. Luckily, Kim seems to be fine. I didn't really feel right about leaving her alone last night. When I had to move, I was like, yeah, it's the only way for us to get some sleep. And I left her in the coupe, which were 2 women and 1 man. So I thought, well, I mean, she'll be safe. There's 3 women and 1 guy in the coupe. Like, what can go wrong? But what can go wrong?
Alrighty. We are in Varanasi.
Yeah, we made it to Varanasi. Finally. Sorry?
No shortage of tuk-tuks in this area, but they are charging like €4 for 3 kilometers, which is way too much. How much?
100, €1.30.
That's more like it.
Honking really seems to be a way of life here. Tuk-tuk just drops us off somewhere close to our guest house. Now we have to go through these little small streets to find our guest house. We're relying on Google Maps, but I mean, of course not that reliable because it's not that accurate in terms of...
Pretty cool little streets though. Look at this, just random houses. Good morning, aren't we having quite a breakfast feast here?
Dear sir, do you know where the Summit guest house is? Can you tell us the way? No?
Could you please take us there? Look up! There are monkeys here! Over there and over there. That's crazy. I think Varanasi is going to be just fascinating. Like, so interesting already.
Seems we have made it to the Summit P guest house.
So once we got back to our guest house, Nate and I felt super tired, and we took like a 3-hour nap or something like that. Already felt a lot better afterwards, and I realized I didn't really film like a follow-up to the incident of last night because I didn't record what happened in the morning. I told Mike about what had happened. Then the guy got back into the cabin. His wife was up as well. I just told the guy, you know, what you did last night, that's really sick. I mean, that's wrong, and you should never ever do that to someone again. And immediately, and that really pissed me off, he got out this medication out of his pocket of his shirt and he showed it and he was like, no, heart, pills for the heart. And his wife was like, oh, no, don't yell at him, pills, heart, very bad. And that really pissed me off. They just didn't want me to confront him on it. And then I was like, dude, and I really started yelling at him. They joined in on that as well. I read online that in India, social shaming is like, it's powerful, you know? I hope it deters him from ever doing it again. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry for ranting. It made me feel better yesterday that I could at least tell you what happened because I just had to talk to someone. So, and I included it in the video because I feel it wouldn't be right to cut it out of the video just because it wasn't really the best experience. Subscribe if you want to follow the rest of our travels through India. We will be here for 4 weeks, hitting up the highlights of India, sticking mainly to the north, Rajasthan. And we will see after that where we go. See you in the next one. Bye.